Google Antigravity is based on Gemini 3. It is its
I've heard
own.
a lot about that.
Yep, it is its own development environment. It looks a lot like VS Code. In fact, there's some discussion out there that it's like a fork of VS Code. All that means is, you see your list of files on the right, the code in the middle, and then your little conversation with the agent with Antigravity on the far right.
Okay.
So it's a 3-pane view. So I thought, okay, I have an issue that I need to solve in a project that I wrote. And so I loaded it into, and it's a fairly simple project, but it does something that no other things do. In fact, it's the Backbeat Media private prefix that that keeps your information from being specifically tied to you. It does it directionally when you download the show, and that's a good thing. And it works. It's been great. We've been running it for a year, but there's an issue with some hosting providers where it wasn't quite. They aren't answering queries the right way, and so we were causing some issues with that.
So you're going to adapt to try
I need
to
to adapt to them.
Okay,
yep, I got to find a workaround. Yeah. So I go in, I load this in to Antigravity. I downloaded Antigravity. It's currently free. Loaded it in and said, before I tell you what we need to do and we start working, what I want you to do is look at this entire project and tell me what it does, and then I will offer corrections. And it nailed it. It explained exactly what it did, and
nice.
And understood the why, which is not in the code anywhere. Like the code is just the code.
That's cool.
But it was like, yeah, I see what you're doing. You're proxying these requests. You're doing this, and you're sending along enough information to identify where the user comes from, and you're sending along what becomes a unique ID for the user, although that ID can never be tied to that user in any other way. And then it said, this appears to be something to protect the privacy of people downloading podcasts. And it was like, whoa.
That's pretty good.
Like,
That's great.
And I was like, awesome. Well, it gets better. And because I think any AI worth its salt could do that. It could look at something and explain what it is. So I was like, okay, at least now I don't have to tell you anything else. You understand where we're coming from. Great. I said, look, here's the problem. I gave it some links. I said, this one should return a 206. It doesn't. It returns a 200. Trying to figure out why and what we might need to do. And it's like, yep, I see the part in your code where you're trying to adapt for this, and it's causing some extra loads to happen, which shouldn't happen. And so, all right, let me look. And then it went out to the terminal all by itself and started testing different ways of reaching these URLs.
Oh.
And found the right one. And it was like, okay, I did these 4 different things. When I did it this way, it worked. So I propose we adapt the code this way. Yada, yada, yada. It did all the things, and it said, okay. And it also could tell just from looking that it was like, oh, this is a Cloudflare agent. I see. That means a few different things. Like it understood that the whole context and scope. And all of this happened in probably the same amount of time that it's taking me to explain it to you.
I love it.
This would have been probably a 3 to 4 hour project for me. To get back into this, remember what I had written before. Okay, let's see. Even using AI, I'd be like, right, where is the thing? Yeah, we got to do this. Okay, well, I need to make sure it doesn't break anything else. Okay, fine. And it was like, all right, test this and see if it works. And it didn't. And I told it, I was like, okay, well, here's what's happening. It's like, okay, they're still not looking at these requests the right way. Let's force it to see it. But then let's also build a fallback so that if it doesn't work, we're not hitting the server again. We're getting things right. This is going to be a, best case scenario and second best case scenario kind of thing. Right. It was like, how about we do this? I'm like, and I even asked it, I was like, are you sure that that's right? It's like, yeah, here's why. I was like, actually, I agree. Okay, great. Really fascinating. It took maybe 20 minutes start to finish from like downloading it to being done and walking away from my desk.
Wow.
It's friggin' amazing.